Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my first impressions of the new Spectator Mode released by Riot Games, and I already have a major issue with it. First of all, the pings. As you can saw right there, there's a ping. In big combats, you hear that sound so much. It's nice that, as you can see, if I ping, there's this bluish color. Basically, if the blue team pings, or we see a blue ping, if a really blue ping, or if the red ping, the red team pings, you see a very purple ping, as you see right there. But the problem is, since this is technically high level play, pinging happens a lot. And you hear ping, 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 ping throughout a game. It's annoying as hell. They should really introduce an option where you can remove that. But I digress. The real issue with the game is, well, what you've probably already realized. We're in the middle of a game. Why haven't I started this off from the beginning of a game? Because you can't. As much as I've figured out, and I've tried mucking about with this, you can join games and custom games as a spectator and watch games as a spectator. But if you were to join, like I did, using their intro version, you know, you get 5 games in your launcher, 5 high top plays from probably high ranked elos, which again is good. You get 5 games and you can join one. But you only join at a specific moment in time. You have very little chance to catch a game right off the bat. Okay, let's watch something here. Nothing happened. So there's a very small chance that you're going to find a game that has just started, so you catch it from the beginning. High odds you're going to find a game that is already 15 minutes in, 10 minutes in, 6 minutes in, 20 minutes in, or something like that. But you find a specific player. Let's say we're just going to use it as an example here, this Perez 5. Let's say that this Perez 5 is a high level player that you really want to watch, and you come into the game and you find out, oh, it's almost over. Damn it. And you have nothing to do about it. You can, but you can say, oh, you can skip back. No, you can't. You can only skip back to, let's see, in this case, 13 minutes. I joined this game while it was at 16 minutes progression. I started filming right like 3 or 4 seconds after I joined this game, so you guys can scroll back and see. You can't scroll back into only a specific amount of time. You can't go to the beginning of the match. That is what I would really have loved. I understand the delay. So we're watching a team fight. I understand the delay necessary between the caster, myself, and the actual gameplay. There is a 3-minute delay, if I'm not mistaken, between what we're seeing right now on the screen and what is actually happening between these players in real life, but in real time. But oh, and I understand that's for balance issues. That's to make sure that people don't cheat. I understand that. What I don't understand is the obvious reason of giving us the opportunity to jump to the start of the game. I want to jump to the start of the game. Why? Because I want to see the game from beginning to end. You've given me slowdown abilities. Let's slow down. Oh my god, this is like, you've given me speed up abilities, so I can catch up to the action if the action is kind of slow, which is awesome. These are all good options, but they basically become mute if I can't join a game from the beginning. Oh, epic! I can join custom games, but custom games aren't really what I'm interested in. Custom games are usually friends. I'm interested in high level play. I suppose people that watch League of Legends are interested in high level play. So unless I'm really mistaken and there is an actual way to join games that have just started, only I'm so dumb I haven't found it yet, which is a possibility. So unless that is true, right now the spectator mode is kinda, hey, wanna join in this random game for 5 seconds that you probably missed the entire beginning, or you've just missed one of the greatest plays of all time because it was just in this red zone that you can't skip to? And that's really bad. I mean, why? Wasn't this whole thing a spectator mode supposed to make the third-party program known as League of Legends replays, LoL replays, pointless and outdated? Well, surprise, it's still the best option in viewing LoL replays and LoL matches. You don't get updated health, true, in a lot of situations, but I'll give you one thing, you get the entirety of the matches and you get to see really good plays. So this is cool that you can get to see them live, but it's kind of pointless that we're in the middle of the game. I mean, it just makes the watching it kind of stupid. Oh sure, we still get great plays, and as you can see right now, purple is beating blue really well. It's a 14-6 difference and a that's just a 6k gold difference, haha. But yeah, Caitlyn dies right there trying to kill Vlad. Stupid, but still, the fact that we can't jump to the beginning of the game is it's not a pet peeve, it's a major issue with this system. But okay, now let's move on to the rest of the system. We have what is known as the directed camera. Now, what is directed camera, you ask? Basically, directed camera is a AI system, as much as I can figure, that tries to focus on the best action. As you can see, it's not doing a really good job of it. It's showing us Teemo because it's near an enemy, but I'm guessing the algorithms around this are based upon damage inputted by heroes. As you can see, we just simply jumped to Janna, then we noticed that she just walked into a Teemo shroom, and we're seeing Teemo because she's close to Riven, but there's a much more interesting fight on the bottom lane that is just about to happen between just Teemo and Riven. Riven can chase, Teemo can run, it's close, but see, this is where we really want to watch. We really want to watch this place right here, see what happens. But no, the directed camera is probably not the best way to go. It's an interesting way, and it adds a little bit more cinematic feel because of the float, but you know, it's good. Secondly, it's not really that good. Secondly, once you move, as you can see, we go into your normal movement camera. You control the mob, and if you stop moving, as you can see, we have a little countdown right here, and directed camera just switches back itself back on in 5 seconds. But the problem with that is, just as you saw, we missed a little bit of the combat between Teemo and Riven. You can fix that. You can honestly fix that. See, we're moving up. All you have to do is push this button twice, and the directed camera activates. You're in manual camera, bam, directed camera, instant. You move it, directed camera. Don't have to wait 5 seconds, much better option. I don't understand the need for a 5-second wait. 3 seconds would have been enough. And we have the surrender, end of match. Sadly, I had more to talk about, so see you in a little bit in the next game. And welcome to the next game. So yeah, again, we've joined the game, we've joined it at the live mark is 12 minutes. It's a little bit, I believe it's about 3 minutes behind, and we can only jump back to 30 seconds. Yep, we've just joined this game and I can only jump back 30 seconds. I cannot view the beginning of the game, as you can clearly see. So that is really kind of really sad. But I digress. We were moving on. We talked about directed camera. What else cameras do we have? We have individual cameras, as you can see, for every single hero between 1, 2, 3, and 5, or 1 and 5 buttons for the blue team, and Q to T, basically the buttons right beneath 1 and 5 for the purple team. So these are individual cameras that just focus on a specific hero. If you have a favorite, you stick to him. So if you want to learn to play Corki, you stick to Corki. Basically, Corki is Tornaga. That means, where's Tornaga? Screw it. There he is. Tornaga is 4. So we're on, let's see, we're on manual camera, and we just press the 4 button and we are on him. Sadly, we do need directed camera activated. And will it actually switch back? Yes, it actually switches back to directed camera. That is weird. Or you can just, you know, individually select the camera, so that's not a point. For gameplay, we have the 2 teams presented on either side with their names, ultimates, and summoner spells. So this is good. Names, alternates, and summoner spells, most important things to watch in general. However, you also have this little bar right here where you can see the cooldowns of everything on a selected hero. So as you can see, we can watch Graves, we can, well, we would have watched Janna if she didn't die there, we can watch Alistair, so we can basically see the cooldowns of everything. And we have the build items right here. What I am a little bit pet peeve is, let's see, can I hide these? I don't know, because I haven't really been able to, you know, figure out interface visibility. Oh yes, we can. So we can actually see the chat if we want to. We can hide the scoreboard, because generally the scoreboard would get in the way. There's no point in having the scoreboard unless you really want to see what items they have and show what items. The minimap is, again, maybe not in the way. We can see purple team frames or blue team frames. Again, these are good to have. And the score display can hide, or we can just hide them all and just enjoy the show. But, you know, in all fairness, what I don't like is the smallness, especially of this. I would have loved this to be bigger. I would have loved these to be bigger. On the first glance, is that this is designed towards people that play League of Legends, because let's say, as you can see, we're not looking, and we're looking at Ziggs right now. So we're looking at the bottom, we see Ziggs. What does he have? He has Sight Wards, Needlessly Large Rod, 2 Dorant Rings, and the boots for the wizard, which I never sorcerer shoes. I never remember the names, but I know what the item is. Everybody knows what Ziggs has on him. Correct? Correct. Based on their very small pictures. If you're new to League of Legends and you watch that, you go, what are those? And you know, I'd prefer them to be bigger, especially if you can't recognize them. If you can't recognize the symbolism of these, they're very small. If they were bigger, I would have preferred them to be bigger. And this is the biggest HUD scale, by the way. I am at the biggest HUD scale. So yeah, I would have preferred some things to be bigger, like this, for example. I would have preferred to see this live figure. Everything is so small, like I'm straining my eyes to look at these things. While I'm looking at the match, there's no problem. So Leona's gonna die there. I'm looking at the match, no problem. But when I'm looking at the HUD, everything makes my eyes hurt. Even the chat. I mean, did you see the chat? How big the chat is compared to this? And even this. Look, I'm hovering with my mouse. Look how big Corky is, the title, but how small his name is, or how small Corky's profile picture is, or how small the ultimate and summoner spells are. Literally, they hurt my eyes because so much detail that I'm used to seeing quite big is put into so small frames. It is visually bothering to me. This might be just personal preference, and some of you might be saying that I'm nitpicking. Irrelevant. This is my opinion. Wow, I was expecting Ziggs to do a lot more damage. Wow, nice flash, but sadly the Ignite does pick off that kill. So this is high level ELO. God damn it, it's ELO. I should really stop focusing like that. So yeah, that's a basic overlook of the new Spectator mode. I expected more. I expected more. And by more, I simply mean I expected the possibility to jump to the goddamn beginning of the game. This section is unavailable. Screw that! I want to see that, or at least I hope to God that this game mode does have a sort of a replay function, that you have the replays on your computer or something. Other than that, LOL Replay, the third-party program, is still the much better option. I mean, why not? You have the entire match, you get to see the entire play, and the only disadvantage is that you don't see health percentages and cooldown percentages perfectly. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes if you just want to see plays, or if you want to see timings, this is better, but if you really just want to see team plays, the LOL Replay is much better. Which is sad, because frankly this looks like it had a lot of work put in it, but not enough. And with that being said, see you guys next time. Long days and pleasant nights.